It's the Z Morning Zoo, serving New York, New Jersey, Long Island, and that little bitty piece of Pennsylvania. From the top of the Empire State Building on Z100, New York.
Mark Knopfler and Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, Z100. That was song number 10 and cartoons number 3. Does that sound confusing? No, song number 10 and cartoons number 3.
That's right, yeah.
And congratulations again to Ann Marshall of Plainsboro, New Jersey. She won a brand new 1989 Pontiac Grand Prix when she identified all 10 songs in that cartoon. 1 was Pour Some Sugar on Me, 2 was Love Train, 3 was How Can I Fall, 4 was that glorious tune, Ring My Bell. One of Brian Wilson's all-time favorites.
You bet.
Wild Wild West was 5, Stand By Me, Born to Be My Baby, In the Air Tonight, Tell It to My Heart, and final,
Money for Nothing.
It's all 10. We have a brand new one for you, cartoon number 4, and another car for grabs. We're going until we give away 10 cars in a row. We're proud we gave one away this morning. 15 after 8 o'clock, in case you have not heard, the brand new member of the Z Morning Zoo, Mr. Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
Coming all the way in from his last job, and he's going to be joining Ross here Monday morning. And today he's observing, and I heard him comment out in the hall, says, this isn't as hard as it sounds. Surely you jest, my friend.
Wait, Brian, wait.
This is high-tech, complicated radio you're watching, my friend.
I wasn't talking about the show.
Oh, all right.
Z100 3-day forecast. Rain today, starting as snow, sleet, or freezing rain this morning, north and west of the city. High around 43. That should all end in just a couple of hours, and we'll just have plain rain all day. Then the rain should end tonight, a low of 34 in the city, 25 in the suburbs. Partly sunny, windy, and cold then through the rest of the weekend. The high's around 40. It's 40 right now on Z100.
If you want to know the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say,
And that's the rest
check
of the
out
story.
today's New York Post. A nice picture, the first official picture of Brian and Ross back together again. Mm-hmm. Remember that one where you guys used to have at ABC where you were talking into the microphone and each side of it?
Yeah, well, we didn't have a whole lot of time to do this.
I got to tell you,
I like the rubber chicken, though.
they're holding a little rubber chicken. Ross has got it hanging out of his fly or something there in the picture. Send the New York Post today. I'll tell you who's going to be mad. It's George Maxion from the Daily News.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because he never gets a scoop anymore. He never finds out what's going on because Steve won't talk to him. You see, he gives everything to Joel Brooke of the Post.
Why does he do that?
Because Jill prints his name in the article.
Oh, is that why?
I guess that's the only thing I can figure out. But George, it wasn't my idea to stonewall you in that deal, man. You're late again.
Don't look at me, Scott. I didn't have anything to do with
He
it.
told me don't say a word, and I didn't say a word. My lips were sealed. I was like I was in the Go-Go's.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 8 o'clock Mystery Oldie. Good for a $100 gift certificate to The Wiz for everything in the world of audio, video, records, tapes, donuts, you name it. They've got it at The Wiz.
Listen carefully. See, you just play a little clip of a song.
Okay.
You got it? All right, here we go.
That's good.
Yeah, I did that. Pretty neat, huh? I'll do it again. Here we go. That's the Mystery Oldie. If you know it, 1-800-242-0100 as we check in with Shadow Traffic.
The Zoo Crew gets you up every morning on Z100.
8:23 in the morning, the Z Morning Zoo. Ross and Wilson and Scott. It's going to be a rainy day today.
Cloudy and rainy. The high around 43. Rain ending overnight. 34 our low. 40 now in Midtown Manhattan. And don't forget Keith Stevens. He's on Superstick Patrol in Chinatown this morning.
Whatever happened to that little love monkey?
I
He's
don't
out
know. We
hiding.
haven't heard from him.
Come on, Keith. Find somebody. If you can't find a sticker, just call and say hi to Brian or just call. Somebody just called and says, you know, you said George Maxion didn't know about Brian Wilson. He said he printed there was a rumor going around. Yeah, but he called the station and everybody lied to him and said it wasn't true.
That's right.
So they could give the scoop to Jill.
That's right.
So there you go. But he was in charge of rumor control. And we do have a winner for this morning's 8 o'clock Mystery Oldie. Good morning. You reached the Z Morning Zoo Lame Duck Nut Hut Studios. Who is this?
Dennis Villa.
Dennis, what do you do in life?
I'm a cab driver.
You're a cab
Very
driver.
good. Yeah.
All right. Tell everybody this morning's theme week Mystery Oldie.
It's California Girls by the Beach Boys.
All right. Written by Brian Wilson.
I think it's another Brian Wilson.
Oh, okay. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Z Morning Zoo, Mystery Oldie, 8 o'clock version, 827 on
Z100.
Kind of breaking him in gently here now. I think you're going to like it here.
I do. It's a gorgeous view of downtown.
Nice people to work with. Fun. You work with the old and the young.
You get the whole spectrum.
Sorry.
Z100. with Tiffany on the Morning Zoo with Ross and Wilson.
Scott, don't throw me out yet.
and the whole zoo crew. And
I used to be a wise and confident choice.
we have a pretty nice day outside. Northern western suburbs have snow, sleet, freezing rain. That should all end, changing to all rain by mid-morning. Light rain develops in the city and coastal areas, heavier this afternoon, a high around 43. It's 40 right now, Thursday morning.
And the lovely Claire Stevens has the office of the day.
Angela, Holly, Kay, Lorraine, Dawn, John, and Tony getting our Z100 prize package. They work at Village Ford in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
Pep him up just a little bit.
I'll work on it, but right now we have to go out on Super Sticker Patrol. Brian, let me introduce you to Bubba the Love Sponge.
Bubba.
If you'd like to make a call, please try again. If you need help, hang up.
You guys have got it rolling now.
I always wondered what that lady's name was.
Good morning, Z100.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Is this the Ross and Wilson Front End and Alignment Center? The one at the foot of 55th Street and West Side Highway? With the neon flashing nude?
It's been temporarily closed, sir, but it's about to be reopened.
Well, that's what I wanted to find out. You guys have been holding on to my 54 Nash Manhattan. It's been sitting in that pothole as a filler for, what, 6 years now?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a problem. I just sent one of my limousines down the West Side Highway, and he's getting off there. He's stuck with my Manhattan. Could you get him out, please?
We'll do our best, sir. Z100, good morning.
Hey, Ross, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Is that Brian Wilson from the original 77 AM team?
One and the same, I'm afraid. Don't hold it against me.
I really liked you guys when you were on that station. I got one of your little postcards.
Oh, wait till you hear us over here.
Now you've already beaten that old alcoholic in the morning, so.
So nice of you to call, sir.
Thank you. Have a happy day. Bubba.
I am not missing a beat today, guys.
You're not.
I am cruising Chinatown this morning, and I just pulled up right in front of the Yu Hung Lo Coffee House. If there's one thing that Bubba loves when he comes to Chinatown...
Hold on, Brian, you're going to find out he even writes his own material.
I'm getting the drift.
Of coffee, and right now I am cruising Canal Street. I'm right next to a white van, 54 Kirk Avenue van, and it's got New York plates, VTT 343. He's got a Z100 super sticker. Bubba's got $100 for him if he waves, and he's waving.
Good. Have a happy day, Bubba.
Bye-bye.
The most music in the morning. Z100.
8:44 in the morning, 16 before 9 o'clock. It's the Thursday morning zoo, a history-making zoo. I think it's the first time ever Shannon, Brittain, and Brian Wilson together. This wasn't... We weren't planning to do this until like Monday, but I thought since he was here
But the
today...
news is out.
Since Steve Kingston blabbed it to the press, there's a big article in the Post today. Bring in the new zookeeper. Z100 corrals Brian Wilson to join the morning show. And it has been a busy week. We lost Ted Bundy and we gained Brian Wilson.
There's a strange justice there somewhere.
Somewhere. But anyway, welcome to the show again. And
Thanks.
believe me, these guys are going to do a great job.
Scott, you should see these headphones here.
Which headphones?
The headphones that used to have your name on it, it
Yeah.
says now a wise and natural choice.
But it says in this article today in the Post, WHTZ program director Steve Kingston describes his selection of Brian Wilson as a wise and natural choice.
Enough said.
Well, of course he'd say that about his own.
I'm not disputing your selection.
Oh, I understand that. But consider the source.
Steve says, I think my selection is brilliant. Okay. All right, a little history on this day. Let's see. Back in 1988, a year ago, the Phantom of the Opera opened. Majestic Theater. Back in 1979, former Vice President Nelson Rockefeller died at the age of 70, suffering a heart attack. That's a good trivia question. Who was under him when he died?
Who was with him?
Wait a minute.
Who was with him, Scott?
All right.
Semantics, Ross.
You put it your way, I'll put it my way.
Fine.
See if you can remember that one. Everybody, was it famous for 15 minutes?
Yep.
Studio lines are open. We'll give you tickets to the 50th anniversary taping or showing of Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
I already taped that, didn't I?
Somehow that's appropriate, isn't it?
Radio City Music Hall.
Z100, it's the weather cloudy, rainy today, a high around 43. It's 40 right now as we check in with Shadow Traffic and Nancy Remy.
Hello.
Shadow traffic.
The Morning Zoo.
The most music in the morning. The Z100 Morning Zoo.
It's cloudy and rainy today. High about 43. Rain ending tonight, low about 34. And whatever else it says here, it's about 40 degrees.
Thank you so much. Ross,
Man,
guide him a little bit. Give him a couple better instructions. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take care of it,
Just
Scott.
kind of go on Monday.
I'll take care
Well,
of it.
you just
Scott.
said just do that part.
Okay. Z100. We got a. Finally had a trivia
Pretty
question.
testy when he's leaving, isn't
Some
he?
director, I'll tell you.
Tell you.
Believe it or not, we had a winner for our trivia question. It was on this day back in 1979 that Vice President Nelson Rockefeller died of a heart attack.
Good morning,
Z100.
Good morning.
Who is this?
This is Mike Spindler,
Where you calling from, Mike?
calling from Kew Gardens, New York.
On this very day, January 26th, back in 1979, Nelson Rockefeller passed away in New York City. Who was under him at the time? Or who was with him at the time?
Her name was Megan Marshak. The coroner supposedly found Rocky with his pants on backwards.
Pardon me, sir?
The coroner supposedly found Rocky with his pants on backwards.
That's why he had the heart attack, I guess. Well, congratulations. You win a pair of tickets to see Gone with the Wind at Radio City Music Hall.
All right.
Scott and Ross, John and Claire.
Yeah.
Talking and rocking, getting in your head.
Won't need that one next week.
Get up New York with the Z Morning Zoo.
Are you guys going to have new jingles by next week or what?
Who knows?
Who cares?
8:55, 5 before 9 on the Z Morning Zoo.
Hello.
Oh, that's very good. Can I have the complaint department, please?
Oh, no, not Goodbye. Z100 Shadow Traffic Time, 9 a.m. straight up. Good morning, Nance.
Well, good morning. We're
Z-Zoo in the morning.
Z100, good morning.
Hey, you guys sound just like Three Stooges.
Oh, a wise guy.
Oh, why lately?
The Z Morning Zoo, broadcasting live from the top of the Empire State Building on Z100, New York.
Z100 and the Morning Zoo with Paula Abdul, former LA cheerleader, 9/11, 11 minutes past 9 o'clock. It's the Morning Zoo. Hi, Z100, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, is Mr. Bell there?
Yeah.
Is anybody nominated Mr. Scott Shannon for UMB Another Day for Friday?
No, and we don't expect anybody to.
Deserves it.
Ah, the warmth, the humanity of the man.
That actually sounds like a good idea, sir. I think we'll pass that on to the powers that be. And since the powers are Professor Bell,
I think you may have hit one there.
I thank you for calling.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Don't worry. Life's crappy. 9:13, the Z Morning Zoo. Scott, Ross,
Brian Wilson here.
and Brian Wilson.
A little late on the pickup there, Brian.
You got to
Work on
remember,
that.
Brian's been involved in not exactly top 40 radio, kind of like more like a John Gambling show. It's going to take him a while to get up speed.
Ooh.
You know, kind of like what do they call it? MOR.
EOR, end of the road.
Hey, Ross. Come on.
9:14 in the morning. You two are going to get along great.
We always did.
Was it like this on WHTZ?
It was worse. It was worse.
Much worse.
14 after 9 o'clock in the morning. We got a lot of mail here this morning. Dear Scott, we wish you and your family the best of luck. We'll miss hearing you. Good luck to Ross and Wilson, the crew at RARE Machine Company, Lisa, Jean, Anthony, Tony, and Cindy. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I guess it's a coincidence, but the news station that I'll be cranking up will go on the air April the 1st in Los Angeles. You can hear it all over Southern California. And they don't have call letters yet. There'll be new call letters. But the frequency...
You sure you want to say that it's going to be on April the 1st? Because people are obviously taping it. I guess it's no secret, huh?
No, it's not a secret.
Okay.
It's in Billboard magazine.
All
and
right.
George Maxine will have it soon. And it's actually at 100.3
Oh,
FM.
so you're not really moving at all.
No, I'm just changing studios, so to speak. But it'll be at 100.3 FM on the dial. And someone else has a very, very important question. Good morning, Z100.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was looking at the picture in the post this morning.
Right.
Looks like you're going to have the jelly donut duo in there.
Well, a laugh riot.
Funny.
You do remember the day we took the jelly donuts and the regular donuts out of the green room?
Yep.
Ross has instructed them to go back in on Monday.
Monday.
Way to go, Ross.
Somebody's going to be making a fortune off them.
There you go. The Dunkin' Donut crew, man. All right. Please announce my husband's birthday today. John Michelli is 41. He's been a great husband, my best friend, and I love him dearly. His wife, Marilyn.
Probably Jean-Michel.
What is it?
Jean-Michel.
Jean-Michel?
Yeah.
Scott's so continental.
Good bit.
You know me, a suave, debonair kind of guy.
You got Subway fare.
Wait a minute. Where's the rest? No, you got the rest of the letters.
I don't have the letters. You
Claire,
got the
you're
letters.
on
They're
there.
all right there.
Brian has them.
Not me.
Somebody's got him.
Blame him on Brian.
Just have Claire do the rest of the list.
Here we go, guys. Happy birthday. Jim Donaldson's turning the big 5-0 today.
We work smoothly together, don't we?
Happy birthday, AJ, Brian McDermott, Kevin Castellani, Rob Oberbeck, Vicky Ricker, Jim Finneran, and Jay Ladazinski, John Balzerano, and Amber Coxfield. And happy belated birthday, Carmel McCarthy and Valerie Lucetti. Valerie and Freddie Lucetti just had a little baby boy, baby DJ Fred Jarrett. Happy anniversary, Joe and Grace, Margaret and Paul Alphonse, June and Manny Squitieri, and a happy 14th to Mary and Paul Conti. 14 whole years together, and they never had a fight.
Oh, we found the birthdays.
You found them.
Everyone at Contact Electro Parts says happy birthday to Jim Donaldson. He's a co-worker of ours. He's turning the big 50 on Thursday. And happy birthday to Christopher the Bead Matthews. Did we get that one?
We got them all, Scott.
Then I'm through. Bye.
The Morning Zoo.
Z100.
WHTZ FM.
Z100 3-day forecast from John Belaris at the Channel 2 Weather Center. Rain today, starting as snow, sleet, or freezing rain this morning north and west of the city. Then all rain for most of the rest of the day, the high around 43. Tonight the rain ends. 34 in the city, 25 in the suburbs, and 42 right now at Z100.
Well, we thought since Brian Wilson was already in the studio learning his way around the control room and the radio station, we just put him on the air this morning. Get a lot of calls about the whole show this morning. Hi, you're on Z100.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
How are you today?
I think we're all fine.
How are you, this Brian?
Fine.
Okay, I just called first to say goodbye to Scott. I won't be able to listen to the show tomorrow. I have a dental appointment.
Oh, no, it's going to be a good one.
So I know I'm going to be...
About the same experience, really.
That's true. Right, and Scott, first to you, good luck, you and your family. And I hope everything works out in California.
So
and
do
Brian,
I.
Right, Brian, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Go with you and Ross.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Z100 should, and I hope, remain the same
Oh, yes.
station that we always know.
Well, thank you.
You're not the
Okay.
only one hoping that.
Yep.
Join the crowd.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, Ross.
Wilson.
And Scott.
Last week, when they announced that Scott Shannon was leaving C100, it put a little dimmer in my life. Years ago, I used to listen to Brian and Ross on the radio, and when I heard this morning that Brian and Ross were back together, it put a little bit of sunshine back in our lives.
All right.
Welcome back, Ross and Wilson.
My only problem is I could never remember which one was Brian and which one was Ross.
We had that problem too, Scott.
So you just call them Ross and Wilson.
Yeah, and Scott, lots of luck to you and your family out in California. We're going to miss you here in New Jersey.
Thank you. The company I work for is kind of cheap, so it's just going to be Scott and Scott.
Now, why don't you tell them the reason it's going to be Scott and Scott is because after they get through paying your salary, they can't afford another DJ.
Oh, come on.
Truth hurts.
32 million.
A meager sum. The Z Morning Zoo on the air everywhere, 929. Congratulations, Ann Marshall of Plainsboro, New Jersey. In case you haven't heard, she won a brand new 1989 Pontiac Grand Prix. She identified all 10 songs in Z100 cartoon number 3. Number 10 was Money for Nothing. Now, Susan Lee Taylor will have cartoon number 4 for you coming up after 10 o'clock this morning. Ross, Wilson, Shannon, breaking in the new Zookeeper tomorrow.
I like getting top billing for a change.
Yeah. Well, that won't last long, I'm sure, with him around. Should be fun. We're talking about Madonna getting all this money to do the Pepsi commercials.
$5 million, almost as much as your salary, Scott.
$10 million in the Post.
It's got $10 million in one paper and $5 million there, which is, we were talking about that yesterday, because every printed report about my move to California has a different salary in there. So we figured if I wait till like next week, I'll make so much money I won't have to go. But it started out like $3 million, $5 million, and Monday it was somebody printed $15 million a year.
Do I hear 32?
$32 million.
33. The man in the white coat.
Way, way up. But it's enough to get by on.
I think you can manage.
We'll eat, I can tell you that. Poor Michael Reagan, the president's son's in trouble. He's got a radio show, too, in California, but it's in San Diego. And he does like a call-in talk show.
Yeah, I hear he's giving Murphy a run for his money.
Doing a good job. He used a couple of pictures in his book, the new book that he has out, of a guy named Roger Sandler, taken by a guy named Roger Sandler, and he didn't give him any credit in the book, so the photographer was suing him for $1,500. Reagan got the subpoena. He called the guy up at home. He was out, had his answering machine on, and he left him a nasty message. It was funny because Jack Murphy called me last night at home and played it for me on the phone. He has the tape of it.
Really?
And it's absolutely obscene. And he ended it up with the line, I hope your effing family dies in a plane crash with you in it.
Whoa.
Wow.
That is a little strong.
Michael Reagan.
Wow. Former first son.
Right. So, I'd like to hear his radio show today.
Yeah, we're on our way to a kinder, gentler nation, obviously.
Yeah. I hope you and your bleeping family dies in a plane crash with you in it. Real nice. Michael Jackson and Bob Hope will headline America's All-Star tribute to Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, there's a pair.
Well, that ought to be a laugh
Elizabeth
a minute. Oh, I get it. Michael Jackson and Bob Hope. The event will take place February 23rd, Bob Hope Cultural Center in Palm Desert, California. And rumors are getting stronger that the Rolling Stones are going to get back together, record an LP, and embark on a tour. Ross and Wilson first, and then the Rolling Stones. What else is going to happen?
The Morning Zoo.
The most music in the morning. The Z Morning Zoo, 9:37, Monday morning. Steve Kingston presents the Z Morning Zoo with Ross and Wilson. That's the new name of the show.
You knew it would happen.
You'll love it. I love the way she hits those high notes. Expose and seasons change at whoops, my bell. At Z100, 9:41. Tomorrow, the last Z Morning Zoo with Scott and Ross together. And beginning Monday, please welcome Brian Wilson. Yeah. Ross and Wilson on the Z Morning Zoo. We're warming him up today, we're breaking him in kind of gently.
Well, I wouldn't say gently.
I wouldn't either.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's Claire and Brian with the horoscopes.
Aries, it's time to rack your brain for some new approaches to friendship. So get out of your social rut and find some new buddies.
Don't waste time, Taurus, representing other people's success. Use your feelings to perspire your own actions.
Geminis, you can get a lot of things done with the phone that you can't do in person, so use it as much as you can.
Cancer Moonchild, it's diet time when you walk backwards and your hips beep.
Are you making those up?
Sure.
So mine says too,
Just
Brian.
checking.
You read it as it's written.
Doesn't
Leos, if you speak well and act convincingly today, you can take care of a lot of past misunderstandings, so be forceful.
Be very aggressive, Virgo, about your rights today. Stick up yourself when someone challenges you.
Libras, you need to surround yourself with electricity. Try to cancel all your appointments with those dull, boring people.
Scorpio, your guts should pay attention today. Ignore other people's onions.
Sagittarians, there's something very simple you could do today to be a better lover. Search for the romantic solution.
Capricorn, it may be time for you to slow down in order to find out how you can speed up your pace.
Aquarians, honesty may be the best policy, but you need to surround it with a little tact and a lot of praise.
Here, here. Pisces, stock up on vitamins. You'll need a lot of strength and stamina in the coming days, starting on Monday. Try not to get overstressed and get lots of sleep.
It's 9:43. Those are your official zoo horoscopes, sort of.
And remember, don't leave home without him.
The Morning Zoo.
Z100.
9:45, 15, but at 10 o'clock, let's go to the studio lines now, try to unload some more of those zoo posters from 1988. You got to get them while you can, folks. We'll take 10 winners right now on the studio lines. The most music in the morning, it's the Z Morning Zoo. Tomorrow, the final zoo. Everybody together before, wait a minute, let me look it up and see what they're calling it. before the dawn of the next generation. In the words of WHTZ FM Operations Manager, Program Director, and all-around guru, Stephen Kingston.
Yes.
The dawn of the next generation.
Has a ring to it, don't you think?
Yeah, it sounds sort of poetic.
I like that. I like that. Now, what do you guys actually have planned for the show tomorrow? You've been behind closed. I'm not at seat, folks, for about 5 days now. I have not
for about 2 months now.
For about 2 months now. They've kept me out of all planning sessions. It hadn't been that long, really.
Well, we've been trying to locate pieces, bits of the show that people might recognize from the past. Some classic Scott Shannonisms.
Claire, are you in on this plot?
Well, of course.
Great. That's tomorrow morning, 6 to 10. Congratulations again to the young lady who won the Pontiac Grand Prix this morning on this Radio Zoo, Ann Marshall. She lives in Plainsboro, New Jersey. She goes to Rutgers. We'll have another brand new car, a 1989 Pontiac, coming up. But first, AccuZoo weather.
Looking pretty ugly today. Cloudy, rainy, a high around 43. Rain should end overnight, low around 34. 42 in Midtown Manhattan at Z100. Z100, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
I have something to tell you guys, okay? I just moved back from L.A. back to New York.
Too late. Just in
Timing's
time.
everything in life, man.
And I am so disappointed that I'm not going to hear Scott there. But I want to wish him the best of luck because it is about time they got someone decent on one of those radio stations down there.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Which way do you turn when you get through the Lincoln Tunnel?
I refuse to answer that on the grounds that it might incriminate me.
All right, thanks.
Okay, best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Z100.
Hi, I'd like to speak to Scott.
This is Scott.
I love you. I already miss you. This is silly, but I have a knot in my throat.
Sounds painful.
You're getting Brian excited.
I'm sure Brian's going to do a good job, but you can't replace the sunrise.
You can't replace the sunrise?
That's right.
Oh, that is so poetic.
I'm going to pretend
Wish I thought of that.
You've got Scott in tears, ma'am.
I'm going to pretend that you're on vacation until my depression wears off, but in the meantime, could you please play Forever Young and dedicate it to you and Kathleen and your wife?
Ma'am, get a life. This show will be fine. The world will go on.
Ma'am, I'll tell you what, you can fly out to L.A. if you really need a bad hit. Okay? After April 1st, 100.3 FM.
Brian will bring you some methadone over in the meantime.
No problem.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Z100.
Good morning from the Z100 Zoo. They're America's original too. Get up in the morning, get up, New York, with the Z100 Zoo.
4 minutes before 10 o'clock with Ross and Wilson in the sunrise. All together. Thank you, ma'am, very much. That was sweet of you. And good morning to our friends at Bedazzled in New City, New York. Pat and Lorraine, they're listening this morning. Hello and good morning.
More Music Z100. It's 10 o'clock on the nose. Claire Stevens has a last look at our office of the day.
Hello, thank you. It's Village Ford. Angela Holly.
You hit this one when she's talking.
That's the red one, isn't it?
And when Brian talks, you put this one on.
Okay.
Thanks for the lesson.
Gotcha. Okay, now go, Claire.
It's Angela Holly, Kay, Lorraine, Dawn, John, and Tony. Village Ford is in Ridgewood, New Jersey. That's where we're sending the Z100 prize package because they're our office of the day.
Z100 Award winning community bulletin board with Professor Jonathan B. Bell.
The Nutley Little Theater will be holding auditions for Joe Orton's farce Loot on January 30th and 31st at 8 p.m. That's at the Nutley Little Theater Barn. And the Community Service Society of New York City is presenting an educational program. It's on the impact of AIDS, and it's scheduled for Wednesday, February 8th. You can call them at 212-505-2380. They'll give you the details. The American Red Cross in Greater New York is conducting free blood pressure screenings today. It's at Borough Hall in Staten Island. Her name is Pat Johnson. She's our human being of the day. She works with Jamaica Art Center and does a great job. We've got to get out of here, but here's your pronounceator with those closing show credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the surprise portion of the Z100 Morning Zoo, starring Scott and Ross with John Bell, Claire Stevens, Kathy D, Stevie B, and of course Coach Mike. The part of the mystery guest was played by
Me, Brian Wilson.
Some of our guests received coffee from the nice folks at Brewmaster Coffee Service, the official caffeinators of the Z Morning Zoo. Call them at 201-488-1500. Transportation by Glen Air Limousine, serving all your travel requirements with that personal touch. The official newspaper of the Z Morning Zoo is USA Today. The Z100 toll-free fax machine is supplied by the nice folks at Panafax. Susan Lee Taylor is right outside the door. So until next time, this is your pronouncer saying, stay warm, stay dry, be cool, and bye, buckaroos.
Z100.